In the United States alone, there are close to 600 officially recognized indigenous or native tribes. To put that into perspective, there are about 250 countries in the entire world. Just like countries, they each have their own customs, history, and religious traditions. And in most cases, they even have their own unique language. Each indigenous group has sovereignty as well, the right to govern itself, and that's why we call these groups nations. When Christopher Columbus landed in the Caribbean in 1492, he thought he was in the East Indies, a group of islands in Southeast Asia. So, he called these people Indians. However, they were actually the Taino, not Indians. They'd been there for over 1,000 years as well. Unfortunately, most of the original Taino culture hasn't survived. Diseases brought by the Spanish, as well as the enslavement of the indigenous and war, nearly wiped out the entire population. The pattern of European conquest and destruction was repeated across North America, and the people who did survive were pushed off of their land. In the US, the government policies tried to totally suppress native culture. Languages were banned and religious practices were outlawed, but against all odds, indigenous people have managed to keep a lot of their traditions alive, including the original descendants of the Taino. And that is why in the United States we recognize November as Native American Heritage Month.
Dia de los Muertos, also known as Day of the Dead, is a 2-day celebration on November 1st and 2nd of each year. This is the traditional celebration from Mexican culture that unites the living and the dead. During the celebration, families create ofrendas or offerings to honor those that they have lost. They decorate altars with food, sugar skulls, flowers, candles, images, and other offerings. There are festivals, parades, and large gatherings to celebrate life and commemorate the ones that they have lost. This is a beautiful holiday celebrated in Latin America and certain parts of the United States.
Diwali is the festival of lights and one of the brightest Indian celebrations, symbolizing peace and joy. It takes place on November 4th this year.
Traditionally, Sikhs, Buddhists, Hindus, and Jains celebrate this festival, and it usually lasts up to 5 days.
The Diwali celebration is commemorated by Indian homes cleaning their houses and decorating every corner with lights such as candles and lamps. Many children celebrate this holiday by playing with sparklers and various other similar lights.
One of the most sacred rituals performed on this holiday is the prayer to Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth who is known for providing blessing and prosperity.